Hey guys, Dr. Ben here, FA Well Centers. Welcome. And I am so excited today because I'm going to talk about something that I just have such a passion for. And that is why taking medication does not fix the real root cause of problems. And especially in the case of levothyroxine, synthroid, Armor, NP thyroid, Cytomel, Tirosint, all these different thyroid medications will never fix your Hashimoto's. They won't even touch it. And I'm going to tell you why today. So stick with me here. I'm going to get a little bit technical, but this is really, really important. And no matter what I say, I am not telling you to stop taking your medication. I'm telling you, you still have to fix the why. So let's think about what these medications are. Levothyroxine is the #1 best-selling drug in the United States. Think about that. There's more people taking levothyroxine than any other drug out there. And why? Because Hashimoto's is the #1 autoimmune disease in the United States. So it's very, very common. So let's get into what these drugs are. Levothyroxine, Synthroid, and Tirosint are all T4 hormones. Cytomel is a T3 hormone, and then Armor, NP thyroid, Nature thyroid, any of these natural forms are T3 and T4. So they are all what are called thyroid hormone replacement. These are not thyroid medications. These are not Hashimoto's medications. A thyroid medication would imply that you're helping the thyroid. You're nourishing the thyroid. The thyroid is going to be better off. But that's not what you're doing. You're taking a hormone. It's hormone replacement. If you have ever rubbed on estrogen cream, if you've ever put a testosterone pellet into your hip, that is the exact same thing that you're doing with levothyroxine or Synthroid or any of these drugs. It would be like calling testosterone or estrogen, especially estrogen, they're both come out of the ovaries, but it'd be like calling estrogen an ovary medication. That'd be weird, right? You wouldn't go, oh my gosh, I'm taking estrogen to help my ovaries. No, even though the ovaries are making the estrogen, you're taking estrogen so you have more estrogen. So levothyroxine is not a thyroid medication because it's doing nothing for the thyroid. It's just giving you more hormone. Period. That's what it does. And you probably need that. If you've been prescribed that, you were probably hypothyroid in the first place. So then we get into the next phase of that, which is going to be taking the next step back. And does that do anything for Hashimoto's? Does taking thyroid hormone replacement do anything for an autoimmune disease? And the simple answer is absolutely not. No one has ever gone to their endocrinologist or their rheumatologist or any of their specialists, their neurologist, and said, hey, I have an autoimmune disease. What drug should I take to help that autoimmune disease? No one has ever given levothyroxine for MS. When my mom healed from MS, she did not take levothyroxine. When someone has rheumatoid arthritis, they do not give them levothyroxine. They do not give them Armor. No one has ever been prescribed a medication like a hormone replacement, like a levothyroxine or a Synthroid or any of these for an autoimmune disease with the anticipation that it's going to stop that autoimmune reaction or that it's going to actually fix anything. So now we're getting to the gist of it, right? Now we're getting to, okay, what are these medications? They are hormone replacement, period. And a lot of you still don't feel great even with that medication. So you're on this hormone, and if you couldn't lose weight, if you don't feel good, if you're cold, if your hair's falling out, all these different things, and you're like, oh, it must be because of my Hashimoto's, it must be because of my hypothyroid, my thyroid issue, whatever it is, then you would take thyroid hormone replacement, and then you would feel good and you wouldn't have complaints anymore. But that's not what's happening because there's still the things that are causing your Hashimoto's. So don't even think about how do I stop Hashimoto's? What do I take for Hashimoto's? Do not say that again. Don't have that thought go through your head. How do I take something? What do I take? How do I stop Hashimoto's? No, that is not it. You need to take a step back and go, how do I stop the systems that are out of balance that are driving this immune inflammatory cascade that is called Hashimoto's? That is what you need to do. And so then you look at adrenals and you look at blood sugar and you look at environmental toxins and leaky gut and vitamin D and infections and hormones and gluten and all of these different things. Now you're in the ballpark. Now you're going through, how in the world do I stop this autoimmune disease? Because taking a hormone will never help your thyroid. Taking a hormone will never help your autoimmune disease. You probably need that hormone because you're so deficient to begin with, but don't expect it to fix anything. Don't expect it to make you feel better. Don't expect it to be this big aha, because if you are, you're going to be disappointed. So you've got to take a step back and go system by system by system to fix those underlying whys. If you've got any questions at all, put those down below. I would love to answer those. And I just want you to, no matter what you have going on, to dig deep and find that underlying root cause. Reach out, Dr. Ben Galliard, f8willcenters.com, and we would love to help you any way we can.